As it's Planteray Rum's tropical week next week, starting Monday the 12th of May, I thought we could spend a week bringing my favourite category of cocktail to life. So today, in this video, we're diving into the world of tropical cocktails. I'm going to mix up some magic that's sure to transport your taste buds to a sunny beach somewhere with 5 exquisite recipes that I've created for you guys to try out. But I'm also going to keep this going through the week because I'm going to be uploading daily shorts and TikToks and Instagram with even more inspiration. So make sure you check those out as well. Now, before we crack on, if you check out the description or the pinned comment, there'll be a link there which you can click, which you can download a free PDF ebook of me showing you how you can riff up 10 of my favorite cocktails. So the first recipe I'm going to show you, just going to keep it nice and simple. This is kind of like a coconut and watermelon highball. Now I'm using Planteray 3 stars as the base for this. I didn't really want to use the coconut rum from Planteray, the cut and dry. That will be coming out in this video. Don't worry, it's a phenomenal rum, but I just wanted a clean coconut taste for this. So I'm going to be using 3 stars as the base with a coconut liqueur, but with a watermelon puree. So let's dive in. So your first ingredients, 30 ml of the 3 stars. Then my coconut is coming in the form of a Bounty coconut liqueur. It's a lot better than Malibu. Remember, Malibu is a coconut liqueur. It's not a coconut rum, even though it's sort of rum in there, but it's not strong enough to be a coconut rum. It's a liqueur strength. This is pretty much the same. It is a higher ABV, but the coconut flavors in this are off the chart. It's a fantastic sort of coconut liqueur that you can use in cocktails. 25% ABV, so it's quite healthy booze levels, but it's not like a 37.5% Coco Canu. So we want 30 ml of that. Then I'm going for one of my favorite Real flavors. This is watermelon puree, really good stuff. About 15-20 ml. 15 ml of lime juice. Strain that into your favorite highball glass and simply crown it with your favorite ginger ale. Then garnish, we're just going for a lovely sprig of mint and some couple of watermelon pieces from Frona. Is that tropical? Hell yeah. Lovely sort of coconut forward in there. Subtle watermelon that comes behind that. Obviously, because of the ginger ale, the ginger is not too strong, but it's just there subtly. It's a fantastic, really simple, fantastic highball to get you going. Now, before we dive in with cocktail 2, I think it's only right we touch on what I would personally call tropical cocktails. To a lot of people, tropical can just mean, you know, probably rum cocktails with a little bit of juice, mango juice, pineapple juice, orange juice. But I think it's a little bit more than that. But it's also, don't get it confused with tiki, because tiki is all about blending different rums together and different layers of flavors, lots of spices, Caribbean spices and all that sort of stuff. Whereas tropical sort of brings that down slightly less, but it is still the fun and fruity, and it is still layers of flavor. I mean, just take this drink, for instance. You've got coconut, you've got watermelon, you've got ginger, and you've also got the rum that comes through in this. And also, don't just think, just simply because this is Planteray Tropical Week, don't just think, you know, tropical cocktails are rum. They can be anything. Tequila, whiskey, vodka, even gin can go into tropical cocktails. There's no right or wrong there. I think the overriding thing is, you know, when you're drinking a tropical cocktail, it's about escapism. It's about taking you to your summer holidays away in tropical beaches, Caribbean beaches, Indian Ocean beaches. And it's all about those kind of fresh citrusy flavors with lots of exotic fruit flavors going on as well. But I think the other thing as well to think about is the garnishing of these drinks, because they will be fun, they will be big, they're bold, leery, lots of fresh fruit. And yes, admittedly, I work with Frona, which is a dried fruit specialist. I've got over 25 different dried fruits down here, so I don't really have that much fresh. But if you went to the Caribbean, the Indian Ocean, and these tropical places, you're going to be seeing lots of pineapples, lots of passion fruits, oranges, you know, limes, lemons, mints, cherry, all that kind of thing. At the end of the day, these cocktails, not only in taste, but in look and feel, it is that word, escapism. Now let's dive into cocktail 2, which I'm going to do with daiquiri, because I flipping love daiquiris. Rum is also synonymous with the daiquiris, but I'm going to do like a 3, actually a lot more than that, multi-faceted, multi-dimensional daiquiri for you. Still really easy, fun and fruity, but we're going to be using Planteray Stiggins Fancy. So let's go big and bold, 60ml double bubble of the Stiggins Fancy rum. Now, when it comes to tropical daiquiris, I really do love using falernum. Now, bear with me here because I actually run out of falernum. I keep forgetting to top it up. And part of me didn't really want to top it up. I wanted to go down a different direction. And I was looking around thinking, well, how can I do this? What can I do? I don't really like the bitter truth falernum. It's kind of too gingery, too spice heavy for me. And I thought, well, hang on a minute. I'm not known for making my own stuff. I don't like making my own stuff, but I don't actually mind combining things together. So what I had left was about just under half a bottle of the Goldstone Ginger and Lime Rum. Remember, this is a British scratch rum, 40% ABV, actually distilled with real ginger and real lime. And you get the base of what falernum is for that. All it's really missing is the almond notes. So I'll send out this recipe, exactly what I've done in my email list, which you can be on if you download that free PDF I mentioned at the start of the video. But what this essentially is combining that lime and ginger rum with sugar, a couple of little bits of tiki spices, but then almond extract. And I'm really, really happy with that. The end result is 22% ABV. So we've worked it all out properly for the ABV there. And it's absolutely incredible. I absolutely, really, really love this. When you're looking at John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum, it's 11%. So you've got something a little bit stronger here. But the flavours, because you've got that lime and ginger at the base of that in the rum, it's just a fantastic base for falernum. So we're going to do 22.5ml of 20ml of lime juice, just a touch of sugar. We're going for 10ml. And then flavour wise, we've got that falernum. So we've got lime, we've got ginger going in there, a few bits of tiki spices and almond notes coming through there. We've got the pineapple notes from the rum. And I thought to give it that extra layer of flavour, we can go for Ms. Better's banana and bergamot bitters. Remember, bergamot's kind of like a citrus in its own right anyway. So these bananas really do come through here. So we're going for about 2 pipettes of that. Double strain that into your favourite coupe or Nick and Nora glass. Then I'm just going to peg a couple of pineapple fronds to the side of the glass. God damn, that is good. That falernum with the pineapple rum. So pineapple, almonds, extra zesty sort of lime notes that come through there. The ginger doesn't go missing, but then the layer up behind it, that banana. Wow. That is a proper fun tropical daiquiri. Right, now your third recipe, I'll tell you the name in a minute. We're going to have a little bit of fun with the name, but the rum that's coming out to play this time is the coconut rum from Planteray. It's the cut and dry. And how this is made is you've got Barbados rum at the base of this, and they basically use a litre of Barbados rum. Planteray known for their 5-year-old, Barbados 5-year-old, and the Grand Reserve. So I don't know exactly what the rum is that goes on the back of this, but essentially you've got Barbados rum. There's then a litre of Barbados rum is then cut back with the flesh, the juice, or the water, I should say, of one coconut. And that's where you get cut and dry from. It's a phenomenal coconut rum. When I said at the start I wanted to use Bounty as it's cleaner, what you get with this, you get that aged rum component with this, but you also get big chocolatey notes. I don't know how this will translate in the US and around the world, but here in the UK, we've got a very famous coconut bar called Bounty. It's coconut covered with chocolate. That is what this reminds me of, liquid Bounty. Now, this cocktail is a Mai Thai. Obviously, we're going to do a Mai Tai in this sort of series. Yes, it is a kind of a tiki cocktail, but, it's tropical as well. Now, I thought the funny thing to do here was because so many people misspell the Mai Tai. They put an H in the Thai, as in Thailand, Thai. So many people do that. It's not. It's M-A-I-T-A-I. That's how you spell a Mai Tai. But so many people do Mai Tai, the country. So what I thought I would do, I'd actually have a play on that. So we're doing the Mai Tai with an H, but we're going to bring in Pandan Syrup, which I've fallen in love with. I haven't used too much of it yet, but the flavours of this are incredible. So what is Pandan? Pandan is a plant native to Asia. Specifically, Thailand is one of those, a big producer of Pandan. It's never really been a massive thing here until very, very recently. And what when you kind of create, you can get out liqueurs now. There's plenty of Pandan liqueurs coming to market. But when you kind of turn them into a liqueur or a syrup in this case, the flavour profile you get is this biscuity sweetness, touch of vanilla, a touch of coconut, but you also get this nuttiness that comes behind. So instead of my orgeat syrup in a Mai Tai, we're going for this Pandan syrup. So first ingredient, 30 ml, 1 ounce of the Planteray cut and dry. Then we're going to give it some funk notes with the Planteray Zymacaris, a Jamaican rum, really good for this sort of stuff. Cracking for Mai Tais. 30 ml, 1 ounce. Going back to my homemade falernum, so 15 ml of that. 15 ml of this lovely green Pandan syrup. And 30 ml, 1 ounce of lime juice. Strain it into your Mai Tai glass with a touch of crushed ice. Crown with more crushed ice. Then a pandan leaf would be a great garnish, but for now we've got a sprig of mint and a dried green lemon from Frona. Wow, that is completely different. The pandan, definitely that sort of biscuity nuttiness, vanilla, but with the cut and dry, that sort of bouncy-esque note, the coconut chocolate note from there. Wow, that is... You get the Jamaican funk coming through there. It's lovely and balanced, that sort of citrusy. The falernum's coming through, those sort of almond notes in there. That is a fantastic riff on a Mai Tai. Is that tropical? Hell yeah, that's like nothing you've ever tasted before. That's really good. So for your fourth tropical cocktail, we are back to the Planteray Stiggins Fancy, the pineapple rum. This one is going to be your fun and fruity one, but with different multi-dimensional layers going on here. We are bringing out some mango, we are bringing out the falernum again, but we are bringing out some guava, and I'm really looking forward to showing you this one. And don't forget to check out that link in the description or the pinned comment where you can get your hands on my free PDF ebook where I show you how to riff up 10 of my favourite cocktails. So go and check that link out. So first ingredient, 60 ml double bubble of the Stiggins Fancy, 15 ml of this falernum. Then we're going for this Chinola mango, which is Dominican Republic rum blended with fresh mangoes, and the passion fruit one from Chinola is exactly the same. Dominican Republic passion fruits blended with Dominican Republic rum. Basically long life, shelf stable, although they do sort of say keep it in the fridge, but shelf stable-ish purees. They're just brilliant. So 20 ml of the mango Chinola, 30 ml of lime juice, 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce of freshly squeezed orange juice. And the guava is in the form of my friends at Real. Absolutely love this. One of my favorite flavors, the guava. 20 ml. And strain into your favorite highball glass over a little bit of crushed ice. Crown with more crushed ice. Then I always garnish my guava cocktails with a purple apple from Frona. I've got a big smile on my face drinking that. Flavours first, guava, mango. The falernum then sort of comes up behind. You get those sort of almondy, gingery notes coming there. The lime is emphasised. But then I would say actually the rum is that final sort of layer in there, that sort of pineapple note that comes through there. That's just fun without being juicy or anything like that. There's no juices in there. That's just a fun. That's almost sort of tiki levels, but that's a very good tropical cocktail. Then for the final tropical cocktail in this video, but don't forget there's going to be 6 more dropping through the week as shorts on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to sync it all up for 1 week. So you've got 6 more recipes there. But for the final one, we are back to the Planteray cut and dry, that coconut rum. Now, I've toed and froed on this. It's it's kind of a Cuba Libre, and I'm thinking, is the Cuba Libre a tropical cocktail? It's sort of Cuba, you know, and you have it on the beaches when you're on holiday, it's there. So, and I thought, do you know what, a coconut rum, and Coke is probably more tropical than a normal there. So it's my video. I've kept this in there as a tropical cocktail, but we are going to riff up the Cuba Libre ever so slightly. So this should be absolutely a belter. So first ingredient, we're going for 45 ml, 1.5 ounces of your cut and dry straight into your highball glass. And you could just squeeze a couple of lime wedges in, but I've got 5 ml of fresh lime juice. Now the sort of riff comes in the form of this Cafe Solo, the PX coffee liqueur. Now, this got me thinking when I got this a couple of weeks ago, because It is a coffee liqueur. It's essentially that traditional sort of cafe solo, the traditional. But then the coffee liqueur is aged in sherry barrels. So you get this kind of, obviously sherry notes come through there, but you get this kind of figgy, walnutty, caramelly, toffee note coming through there in the coffee liqueur. And I got playing with this because, you know, back in the day, look, back in the days, Tia Maria, Kahlua and Cokes used to be huge. You know, old school, a B52, I think it was B52, used to be like vodka, Kahlua and Coke, or vodka, Tia Maria and Coke. You know, that used to be all the rage. So coffee, liqueur and cola works. Rum and cola and coffee, rum and cola works. Coconut rum and cola works. So I'm just putting all three sort of things together here. So PX sherry aged coffee liqueur, 15 ml. The aromas there are absolutely magical. Coffee, coconut, it's just really, really good. Now, I know I'm going to get hate in the comments from the Pepsi Max. People are going to go, oh yeah, Coke, you know, Coke's so much better. You do you with your favourite colas and all that. I'm sort of on Pepsi Max, so just top up. These are 150 ml cans. Just give that a very gentle stir to combine those ingredients, although most of them should be already kind of combined. And your garnish is either going to be a couple of fresh wedges of lime, but I've got a dried green lime from Frona. Now, I want to be very clear in my distinction here. Would a rum and cola and coffee liqueur be a tropical cocktail? No. How have I made it tropical? How have I convinced myself it's tropical? The coconut rum, for a start off, in there with the sort of chocolatey note. But it is that sherry aged coffee liqueur that just brings out fruity notes. You really do get this sort of even nutty, fruity notes in there. And it really is. It's not a typical Cuba Libre. It tastes nothing like a rum and cola. Obviously, it's not because of the coconut rum. So I'm putting my case forward for this being a tropical cocktail. It's flipping fantastic. I absolutely love this. And I can't wait to show you these other 6 recipes because they will be less controversial than what this was. They'll be dropping through the week. Don't forget to download my free PDF ebook, link in the description and link in the pinned comments.